Hey, what is going on, guys? Ninja Wolf here, and today I'm going to explain why you're not going to see this season of comp specifically on my channel. So, I'm pretty sure you guys realize there's been like a constant thing that I'm not playing comp, I'm not showing you guys comp, I'm not doing comp on this channel as often. I've been showing you clips of me playing some comp, and then here's the main reason. There is three reasons, and there is some things I want to get into. So first main reason is, if I even show you my career profile for this comp season, primarily it's healers and tanks. And that is something I really don't want to show you guys, because being a healer and tank is repetitive, and if I show it to you once and I showed it to you 1,000 times, and the games I've shown you so far, I played Moira and Lucio, and that's something I'm not too keen on showing you guys. It's because it gets really repetitive, such as if I play Reinhardt, you get to see me play Reinhardt, and it's frankly, I swing a hammer around every once in a while, I kill somebody, maybe pin someone every couple of minutes, or a couple of hours, and that's if they don't like get launched in front of me for some reason, like right in front of me. It's like, nope, boop away. But that's kind of why you're not going to see this much comp, is because of this. This is a primary reason. It's just healers and tanks. 2. I'm kind of just waiting for a couple nerfs. Hear me out before you get mad at me for this, because there is some things I want to talk about with this, and there are some things I've actually looked up and got some information about that I feel like should be part of the next meta. So for this, the ones I'm primarily waiting for nerfs on is Junkrat and Pharah. I'm sorry to all the people who made them, but there is no reason they should be this powerful. And the thing about Pharah is her damage. I feel like she should do less damage upon how far she is, because her name is, even though is Pharah, and being far away should be like, oh, her primary thing. She can be as far as she wants, but the radius of her blast does about the same amount of damage, and I think it ranges from like 10 to 120, and 120 being the max because she can't get headshots, and that's something that's I kind of find fair though, and especially since her shots are pretty limited. It goes 1 bot dot dot 1 bot dot dot 1 dot 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 1. That's about how far it shoots. But the primary thing I really don't like about this comp is basically every game I have has a Junkrat, and there's not too many characters that can consistently counter Junkrat. There is all the faraway people, such as Soldier, Widow, Hanzo, and all those kind of characters that can counter Junkrat pretty well. I'm also pretty decent at countering Junkrat as Moira, because I can phase through, but that was before the phase was kind of nerfed. I believe it used to be 5 seconds, and now it's 7 seconds for phase. Oh, that took a long time on me. But that's kind of the reason why you're not seeing that. It's because Junkrat does way too much damage for his kind of thing. Let alone, he's in a category that he should not be in. Junkrat is categorized as a defensive hero, and the thing about defensive heroes is most of the defensive heroes are supposed to be sitting back behind a shield. Not too many characters play Junkrat like that anymore. Pro Junkrats actually go up and face you head on, because if you go up head on, most of the time you're going to win as Junkrat. And that's all because of his damage. The thing about the other characters that do as much damage as him, such as Pharah, Widow, and Hanzo, which are the only ones that have comparison to this, which is kind of weird, because Widowmaker does the exact same amount of damage as Junkrat of 120 without getting headshot, and Hanzo does 140, which is, I don't understand why Hanzo's arrow does more than Widow's bullet, but okay. But that's something I really don't understand, and that's something I really want to see changed. I believe he does 140. I may be wrong. I haven't checked that in a little bit, but that's something that's odd. He's put as a defensive hero because he's supposed to be one of those heroes that stand behind a shield, but most of the pro players with him go out in front because there's frankly not too many that can counter him. And frankly, if he gets 2 shots on almost every single character, they're dead. That includes, but not limited to, Ana, Genji, Hanzo, himself, Lucio, McCree, Sombra, Soldier, I believe Pharah, I'm not too sure, Moira, Mercy, Symmetra, Torbjorn, Tracer, Widow, and Zenyatta. So as you can see, there is a pretty good amount that he can go up to you and kill you. Let alone he is one of the primary tank killers in the game, which should be primarily Reaper, and as Reaper is easily one of the best tank killers, but it's kind of hard to say that when Junkrat's here. Junkrat is a little bit more reliable, being able to do it from distance if need be, and he is a lot into what do you call it? I'm thinking. Oh, and frankly, he has a better getaway than Reaper does. Reaper cannot teleport if he teleports, he has to stand still for a couple seconds. Junkrat only has to throw a mine, which in fact does damage to if the opponent is close enough and get away. Like Reaper, who has that phase form, which people can just follow him. And the thing is now, with the double mine, he just has to go one mine over, another mine, further. That's kind of where I'm sitting with this comp season, because there's frankly some heroes, and like I said, primarily Junkrat, that honestly keep me from playing it. And finally, number 3. And before I go on, I like to say sorry if I feel like I was ranting way too much about Junkrat. I'm just kind of getting sick of seeing him in every single comp match I play. So, number 3. I miss my healers. Healers are so in high demand in comp. I don't understand why nobody decides to main them. Like, I see all these people in quick play, because I play quick play a little bit more now. I've been trying to get back into quick play more into mystery heroes so I can train as other heroes. But what I notice when I do it is people want to play their main still in quick play. And then that's something that they need to get rid of, because they need to learn to play their comp by being diverse. Like, I can show, if I go to my career profile and actually show you my entire times as everybody, look how diverse that is. Like, most of my characters are all 10 plus hours, and as you can see, there's healers, attack, offensive, there's a defensive in there. I don't play defense characters too much. If I go probably a little bit lower, you'll see like, yeah, Torbjorn, Bastion. I'm pretty diverse, and I can play a little bit of everybody at least somewhat decently, except obviously there's 2 down here that I can't really do. Let me show you. I can actually play a decent Winston. There's Genji and Doomfist. I like doing Doomfist's voice. I can't play him for shit. But that's kind of where I stand with that. It's kind of hard to play comp when to get a good team comp, you need at least one healer, and I'm always forced to play that. As you saw, primarily most of my games are healers or tanks, because whenever I find a group who actually will be a tank or healer, I have to play a tank because nobody else wants to play. And if I find a group who plays tanks but not healers, I had to play healer. I think in total I played only 1 game without being a healer, and that's with Reaper. Or tank or healer. Yeah, that's with Reaper. I did play like half a minute with May, and that's because I joined in. They said, walked out for a second. It's like, we don't need a May. Walked back in, became a fucking healer. And Sombra was also because I tried. I'm like, oh, I can hack the health packs. As then our Lucia changes, and I'm like, you dick. But that's kind of where I'm sitting with this. This is why you're not seeing this comp. It's frankly because it's so toxic and to the point that I have to repeatedly play healer or tank, and I don't want to show that to you guys. Frankly, I do believe there needs to be something done with Junkrat and Pharah to kind of reduce their damage in some way, shape, or form, because Junkrat is a really good case for this. His normal attack does 120 damage if upon impact. His mine does 120 damage upon impact, and his bear trap does 80 damage upon impact. And I feel like the bear trap would probably injure you more. An explosion, sure, but the bear trap, you're gonna get that in your leg. It's gonna feel bad, and you're gonna be bleeding everywhere. The explosion, you can survive some, but that's weird. And it doesn't really help that he can survive his own explosions, which I feel like should be brought back, that he takes damage from, since no one else does that. Soldier takes damage from his Helix rockets. Zarya takes damage from her energy balls. Pharah takes damage from her rockets. So does Diva. And I think that's all the ones that do something like that. Tracer takes damage from her ult. And Junkrat doesn't. That is so much buffs for a character that doesn't need it. So, yeah. That's kind of where I'm standing with this. And if I had to say anything about any other character, though, other than me ranting about, like, 5 minutes on Junkrat, I do feel like Mercy should be buffed back into her res, but instead it can only res 3 players at max. Because that is something I miss. And I don't like the whole Valkyrie form, and you can res 1 person at a time, and yada yada yada. It's just not something I've been really pleased with. I don't like the fact that the res takes so long and you're not protected through it. It's basically saying Mercy is not supposed to be someone who reses you. She's supposed to be that healer that has the prominent healing. And the thing about that is Moira does better with it. Moira can heal multiple characters at once. Once he has a healing orb to heal people from far distance without having to go to them. And there's just so much things about Moira that kind of counteract Mercy, that I feel like Mercy needs that buff now. And yet, probably the community's going to get her nerfed again, which is a sad thing. So, that's just my opinion, guys. Don't get me wrong. I'm not here to, like, say this is fact. I'm here to give you my opinion and maybe change yours. But if you do want to see me play comp, if you do want me to still do this and show you the repetitive matches of me playing tanks and healers and me trying to find the best content for you guys with Overwatch comp, just let me know and I'll do it. And I know these videos lately have been about me ranting. I will do something else. I just want to get a lot of things out of the way so then you guys don't feel like you're in the dark. So there's also going to be like another thing coming up, not anytime soon, in about maybe a week or two, about what I'm going to do next. Because, yes, Knack will stay as a series, but I want to get some more series going. Because there needs to be a prominent series going, and Knack is going to be like the side series. There will be a prominent one. And that's really all I got to say about this. If you did enjoy this and you guys want to actually see more things like this, or I just kind of ran off about how this character or what I think needs to be done with each character, because there is some things that I still feel about other characters, which I'm not going to go into complete and utter detail about. I'll just say this certain monkey needs something that is pretty obvious. But yeah, that's about it. Like I said, if you did enjoy, hit that like button. I'm not sure if I said that. If you did enjoy, hit that like button. Click that little bell if you're subscribed. If you're not, subscribe for more for Overwatch content. I will be recording Overwatch content come next season. I swear to you that much. So yeah, that's about it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.